Hello everyone, so today we will be learning how to solve two-step equations. So let's get started. Equation number 1, 5y minus 3 is equal to negative 23. So our goal, as always, is to isolate the variable. The variable would be y, and the value of y will make this statement true. So that's what we're looking for. The first step is to simplify, but there is nothing in this equation that we can simplify even more. This is just as simple as it gets. So step number 2, do the opposite of what's happening to the variable. So when we're solving equations, we're reversing the order of operations. So the order of operations is PEM DUS. The order of operations is PEMDAS, but we're going to reverse it. So it's going to be SADMEP. All right? So this is what we need to do. This is the order that we should take when solving equations. We're going to reverse that order of operations. So that being said, our first step is subtraction or addition. So we do have subtraction, so we have to do the opposite of subtraction. So the opposite of subtraction is addition. So we will add 3 on both sides of the equation. Whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other. So this cancels out to a 0, and 5y plus 0 is just 5y. Is equal to negative 23 plus 3 is just negative 20. And you could plug that into a calculator and you'll get negative 20. All right. Now the next step is division or multiplication. We have multiplication right here. 5 is being multiplied to y, and the opposite of multiplication is division. So we divide 5 on both sides of the equation. The 5y cancels out to a 1. 1 times anything is just that other number. So we're left with y is equal to negative 20 divided by 5 is negative 4. All right, so our answer is y is equal to negative 4. And we can check our answer by plugging it into the original equation. So we'll do that right now. All right, so let's plug y, which is equal to negative 4, into the original equation. So let's erase this y and plug in negative 4. If negative 4 is truly our answer, if negative 4 is truly equal to y, then this statement should be true. So let's solve it. So 5 times negative 4 is negative 20, minus 3 is equal to negative 23. All right, negative 20 minus 3 is equal to negative 23 is equal to negative 23. So y being equal to negative 4 does make this statement, this equation, the original equation, true, because negative 23 is equal to negative 23. Therefore, y is equal to negative 4. Next problem. Our next equation is negative 4 is equal to 8y minus 9y plus 6. So our goal is to isolate the variable to find the value that makes this statement true. Our first step is to simplify. All right, so we can simplify this equation. When you're simplifying, you're combining like terms. So on this side of the equation, there's nothing to simplify. It is just negative 4. On the other side, we have to combine like terms, which would be the terms with the same variables. And those variables would be y. You can't combine 6 into this because it doesn't have a variable. It's just an integer by itself. So we're going to combine 8y minus 9y, which is negative 1. y plus 6, just drop down that 6, is equal to negative 4. So negative 4 is equal to negative 1y plus 6. All right, so our next step, I added this, but our next step is to do the opposite of what's happening to the variable. So looking back on our reverse order of operations, we will first be doing subtraction or addition. 6 is being added to the variable. So we want to isolate the variable. What is the opposite of addition? Subtraction. So we're going to subtract 6 on both sides of the equation. Whatever you do to one side, you do to the other. 6 minus 6 is 0, so that cancels out. And negative 4 minus 6 is negative 10, is equal to negative 1y. Our variable is still not isolated. We still have this negative 1, and the next thing that we can do is division and multiplication. So negative 1 is being multiplied to y, so we're going to divide negative 1 on both sides of the equation. The negative 1 cancels out. We're left with y is equal to negative 10 divided by negative 1 is just positive 10. Y is equal to 10. Now, the third step is to check the answer by plugging in the variable into the original equation. So let's do that. Y is equal to 10, so we will be plugging in 10 for y. So 10 and 10. If y is equal to 10, then this statement should be true. So let's solve it. So we have negative 4 on this side of the equation. 8 times 10 is 80, minus 9 times 10 is 90, plus 6. Alright, so 80 minus 90 is negative 10, plus 6 is equal to negative 4. Negative 10 plus 6 is negative 4, is equal to negative 4. The statement is correct. Negative 4 is equal to negative 4, so that means that y is indeed equal to 10. Next problem. Alright, so this is our final problem right here. Negative 16 is equal to k over 2 minus 7 plus 1. Our goal, as always, is to isolate the variable, and the way we will do that is by going through our steps. So, step number 1 is to simplify. In this equation, we can simplify. So what we can do is combine these like terms. So negative 7 plus 1. Negative 7 plus 1 is equal to negative 6. So then we drop down our remaining values over 2 is equal to negative 16. Step number 2 is to do the opposite of what's happening to the variable. So we're going to look at our reverse order of operations. We will first be dealing with the addition and subtraction. So we do have minus 6. So we're going to do the opposite of that, and the opposite of subtraction is addition. So we will add 6 on both sides of the equation. This crosses out to 0, and this would be negative 10 is equal to k over 2. Alright, so now to isolate k, we have to do the opposite of what's happening to k. So it's being divided by 2. The opposite of dividing by 2 is multiplying by 2. So we will multiply 2 on both sides of the equation. This 2 cancels out. We're left with k is equal to 2 times negative 10, which is negative 20. And this is our answer. K is equal to negative 20. However, we always want to check our answer by plugging in the alleged value for the variable into the original equation. So let's plug negative 20 into the variable, negative 20. Alright, now let's just simplify. So the negative 16 just drops down, is equal to negative 20 over 2 is negative 10. Because negative 10 times 2 is equal to negative 20. Minus 7 plus 1. Negative 10 minus 7 is equal to negative 17, plus 1 is equal to negative 16. So negative 16 is equal to negative 16, which means that K is indeed equal to negative 20. Alrighty, so I hope this video helped you, and I'll see you next time. Bye!